Hi, I'm Sibyl English, and this is Sibella TV, home of the Sibyl Speaks. Every week, I come here to read short excerpts from the books I've written and to speak directly to you, honestly, plainly, with truth and love. Right now, I'm reading from my newest book, The Mirror of Love. As you listen today, if something I read makes you think, she's talking to me, or you catch yourself saying, oh my God, that's exactly how I feel, I hope you'll stay with me. Subscribe, like the channel, like the program, and meet me here each week as we keep telling the truth, sharing our love, and growing together. All right, let's begin with a new chapter. Chapter 1, The Landscape Within. How your inner world shapes everything you touch. Long before anything ever unfolds between two people, before emotions rise, before trust forms, before affection reveals itself or tensions begin to gather, something decisive has already occurred. Each person's inner world has entered the room. Every relationship you've ever lived began this way. Not with words, not with intention, not with attraction or timing, but with the quiet arrival of something you carry inside yourself. Your history, your beliefs, your wounds, your expectations, your unspoken agreements, your longings, your fears, all of it steps forward before you ever speak. This inner landscape is not a mood, and it is not a passing emotional state. It is the enduring structure through which you meet life itself. You bring your inner landscape with you into every conversation, every human bond, every opportunity, every disappointment, and every moment of intimacy or revelation. Whether you are aware of your inner landscape or not, it sets the atmosphere long before the relationship begins to take shape. Most people believe they are responding to life as it is, at face value. In practice, they assume they are engaging with the present moment, the present person, the present circumstance. What they rarely understand is that the inner world takes the lead and interprets everything first. It assigns meaning before consciousness has time to intervene. It filters tone, reconstructs memories, shapes expectation, and fills in emotional gaps with remarkable speed. What you experience in relationship is never only what is happening in real time. It is about how much your inner world understands what is happening. This is why two people can stand in the same moment and experience two entirely different realities. One may feel closeness, while the other feels threat. One may feel hope, while the other feels pressure. One may experience tenderness, while the other braces for loss. Each is responsible not to the moment itself, but to the terrain they are walking on internally. If your inner world carries steadiness, you are more likely to recognize safety and sincerity. If it carries fear, you will scan for danger even when kindness is shown. If it carries unresolved grief, silence may feel like loss or abandonment. If it carries self-worth, inconsistency will not be mistaken for intimacy. If it carries shame, distance may register as solid proof of inadequacy. If it carries truth, truth in others becomes recognizable. If it carries distortion, even sincerity can feel unsafe. This is not weakness. It is not failure. It is the natural law of perception. Your inner world sets the conditions through which life must pass in order to reach you. From childhood onward, every experience leaves its mark on this landscape. You learned what love felt like from those who first held you or failed to hold you. You learned what anger meant by how it sounded in your home. You learned what intimacy required by watching how care was given or how care was withheld or weaponized. You learned how much of yourself was welcomed by the responses you received when you expressed emotion, when you expressed your opinion or your joy or your fear or your needs. Long before you had language for these lessons, your inner world was being shaped. As life continued, and as your inner terrain evolved through adolescent heartbreaks, adult responsibilities, betrayals, awakenings, spiritual encounters, quiet reckonings, and moments of truth spoken only to yourself, all of these refined what you carried within. Understand, the inner world you walk with at 60 is not the one you carried at 16. It has expanded and contracted. It has healed and fractured. It has strengthened and weathered. Yet it is the same inner world influence that has remained constant. As a result, you meet every person from the ground beneath your own feet, from spirit, soul, mind, and body. What you have just heard was a short excerpt from my book, The Mirror of Love. If you'd like the full chapters or the complete body of my work, you can visit my website and get your own copy at PinkOpalAwakening.com. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for supporting me, my words, and my voice. Until next time, this is Sibyl English. God bless, take care, and I love you.